Gene, the content provider and facilitator for Balt Alt Media Net, and I'm showing you Southwest Baltimore sights and scenes as I walk by, and I wanted to be as much on time as possible. So now we got the more or less the back side with a delivery, the garage, probably offices and classes for a new building. This used to be a parking lot and a little area for festivals, like a farmer's market. But now we have a building and it's recently opened up. And so let's go to the front. This is the back side, the side of the building. And I'll get the right name in a moment here. I want to do it right. See, it's all beautiful windows, new brick access from many sides. There's a front ramp for the disabled and some beautiful shrubbery, trees. So we're in the community called Pigtown. See, there it is. It's the oh, let's get it right. The Harry and Jeanette Weinberg Center, and it's goes by another name too because they're going to be training hospitality workers. And this is for the water to get into and feed these little bushes and shrubbery. It's starting to rain. I should have left probably at least an hour earlier. And so the inside, nobody accessing it right now. A lot of reflection. But the other part of the building is called groundwork. Groundwork kitchen. Groundwork kitchen. Meals with meaning. The groundworkkitchen.com. You can check it. It's at 925 Washington Boulevard. Here's what I'm saying. Groundwork kitchen. And I'm going to go up the ramp and try to avoid the reflection and peer in. I don't think there's an official grand opening tour by the public yet. So we're just going to go and see what it is from the windows. Let's try to get buildings. Got some fruit. Nothing in the cases yet. And here's me, what I look like right now with my reflection. Let's see, the door's not open, but we can't see too much right now. We'll have to come back on another day when they open it up to the public. But it's all new renovation at 925 Washington Boulevard, called Groundwork. It's right near South Poppleton Street and Washington Boulevard. This is the 900 block of Washington Boulevard. Okay. They're still working on the inside. Outside has been done for months, but now they're just finishing the inside and classes. So let's keep moving on. I'm trying to get all the way to Union Square and the Howlands Market before it rains hard. And so we're at the brewery. It's called Suspended Brewing and Company. Okay. That's been here for a number of years after it was a renovated building. And Spark is for rehabilitation. It's right next to the Milk and Honey coffee house. I'm going to try to cross carefully. Cars are picking up because I want to show you the outside of the building of the Mob Town Ballroom. Safe to cross. And as I cross, you'll see they have outside seating. 906 Washington Boulevard. It's called Milk and Honey. Now this is a Wi-Fi, food, coffee, tea, some sandwiches. Got the garage door open now. Have very pleasant seating in the front. Groups could sit there and talk. And some nice wall decorations, but not too busy yet. Not right now. It's a market by Vagrant Coffee, but it's called Milk and Honey. Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, Sunday, 8 a.m., 6 p.m. You might have seen this on another broadcast if you follow me. At 904 used to be a public bath in the old days. This went out in Federal Hill, went out in Fells Point, another community of Baltimore. And now we have one in Pigtown. It's a bathhouse, but now it's renovated to apartments and a meeting space downstairs. But this is apartments up here. Apartments above the Milk and Honey as well at 904 Washington Boulevard. Across the street is an old church. It's no longer a church, no more religious services. There's a lot of dancing practice and social meetups. It's called the Mobtown Ballroom, established in 2011, 861 Washington Boulevard. And they've got this whole building. Plus, they have some apartments on the left side. Let's keep going. We're gonna go. We're also gonna walk up Martin Luther King part of the way, all the way until we get to West Baltimore Street. Here's the outside. Now, normally on Fridays and weekends, they'll have tables out there with some chairs. But due to that, they know that momentarily we're going to have rain come down through Saturday, easing up late Saturday and into Sunday. It's going to be raining, so they didn't have anything outside. And this is connected to the former church, which is now Mobtown Ballroom. This is apartment residential right there at 859 Washington Boulevard. Let's look at some beautiful flowers that come out for the springtime. I know I've got viewers that love to see this. And our trees, definitely we got full bloom of leaves, a lot of maples. I think I'll cross the street again because there's a somebody with a saw making a lot of noise. If I go across, and I'm trying a simple gimbal this time, so hopefully we got less shakiness as I walk. Just got it in the mail. I can see a little bit of shakiness. That's me moving the hand around. And we have the Enoch Pratt Free Library. This is the Washington Village branch. At the 800 block of Washington Boulevard, near Archer and Washington Boulevard. See the sign there? We're approaching the main retail commercial area of Pigtown. on Washington Boulevard. It does extend all the way to Carroll Park along that way. It's part of Pigtown. But on the side that's going towards Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, this is the direction that we're walking. Goes all the way to the 700 block, I believe it is. So all along here we have real estate, barber, food. We have some like storefront churches. Some need renovation. Some of the businesses moved next door to where they were. So COVID here, there's a barber shop, but they're not too busy. We got chicken rotisserie, chicken and waffles place. No, this is the Nick's rotisserie. It does have chicken at 807 Washington Boulevard. Green Acres was a vegan, vegetarian. But here's some art and tattoo shop called Rip Canvas Artist Social Club. It's right on the southwest corner of Scott Street and Washington Boulevard. That's where we came from. Is the front of Rip Canvas Tattoo and art gallery. They do drawing art as well, besides doing drawings on your skin. Waiting for a car to come across. Here we go. I can't. I get hit. A lot of cars. This is Scott Street. This is where I used to live off of. But further down where you see that church steeple. All right, now we got a cross thing. We got the mark. Get the city buses. We got a liquor store. We did have a bank there. There is an ATM. I forgot. There's a 24-hour ATM right there. We have a liquor store. We've got a bookstore. We've got a hair salon. We've got a walk carry-out mart. So this is where a lot of the economics is right here. We've got a fashion show, Afro fashion art, even for a tax place, for another barber shop. We got a few of them along here. And there's a clothing store right over there. Even got a foot spa nails called the Little Piggy. Got a cigar and tobacco place, and you can get other little knickknacks, food, drinks. And here's another one. What are you doing? So we have this is a commercial district. We try to support our small businesses. We've got a running shoes store. They had a grand opening. This one's getting renovated. It used to be a Great Chicken and other food called Breaking Bread, but they moved. We've got like a little street. Looking here, we got a wireless place. And then right here, at a later time, we're going to go in there and showcase. So this is a small shout out for culinary architecture. I believe they're closed right now. I was going to peer in there, but at 767 Washington Boulevard, They have a lot of different imported, high quality items to buy from. And it's a marketing kitchen. So once they open up the location next door to them, they're going to expand and take over the lot size next door to this area. And once they've got that all renovated and finalized, then I will be meeting with the owner, and then they can talk and showcase about their business. But see, we've got all these little items, fresh fruit. No, I think they're closed right now. Yeah, yeah, they'll probably be tried tomorrow, I guess, because I think they're working next door, but they're going to renovate and open that up next door. But they're closed right now. I don't know if we can. Nope, we can't see very well in there. But we'll come back. Let's keep moving on. We're trying to get all the way up to West Baltimore Street. So that's culinary architecture. All right. CA for short. Then we've got a printing shop right over there. We've got a Asian Chinese restaurant. This is the offices for the Pigtown Main Street Community Association. So that's how you spell it. That's just one word, Pigtown Main Street. You can find that right at 763 Washington Boulevard. Take a look at that. They also have T-shirts. One says Baltimore, the other one shows pink pigs. A lot of pig emblems. And then we have another business center there, a therapy injury center, another hair salon. Take a look at some nice plants. We used to have a mural on this wall, but they took care of. They repainted it and fixed up the side, so they had to paint over it. Unfortunately, it was beautiful. You can check some of my old archive videos because I interviewed the painter on that one. Let's get on the walk over here across the street. Then near Martin Luther King at Washington Boulevard, we have another shopping center, small one. Got Tony's Grill, 7-Eleven, a Zips dry cleaner, and Dollar General parking lot. Okay. Then at the 700 block, we have a pharmacy and a medical center. I think I'm going to put my umbrella on. Oh, I could have crossed. Let's cross before I get hit. We're almost to Martin Luther King Boulevard. Hi, Eugene. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Oh man, I got my own business. Look at this. I'm doing Southwest Baltimore. I'll say hi. I got friends in this world. Hi, buddies. It was one of my coworkers. But anyways, at 700 block, we have the Midas Pharmacy entrance and the Exodus Behavior Health. Okay. I'm about to open up my umbrella, but I got a coat, a cap, and it's not coming down too hard. It's kind of noisy here because this is the intersection, heavily trafficked area. Take a look at the mural that talks about Pigtown. It says, "Welcome to Baltimore's Pigtown Main Street." Let's slow it down. They got great eats, small neighborhood, a vibrant community, and a big heart. Location, local shops too. Okay, right at Martin Luther King and Washington Boulevard. To the back over there is Camden Yards, Oil Park at Camden Yards. Okay, you might have seen that in another broadcast. And then the community across from Pigtown and Martin Luther King is called Ridgely's Delight. Then over here at the distance in the middle is the M&T Bank Stadium for the NFL Baltimore Ravens play there. Right there, right off of Russell Street. That's Russell Street, which connects into Washington Boulevard. Let's keep walking because we're going to walk up to West Baltimore Street. And purpose of that walk is show you what's newly renovated because they're doing a great redevelopment over there. I hope I'm not too loud because I'm talking close to the microphone because this is a lot of traffic. See this? Everybody's either going home or going someplace else. So it's the weekend. It looks like they're all getting out of town, leaving Baltimore, but that might be the case because they're living in the suburbs and they got to get on the major highway. And here's the main bus that goes over through our area. It's called the Yellow Line, Yellow Metro. Now we're approaching Bar Circle, another small community that adjoins Pigtown. This is the backside of some of the row houses. And here's our walkway where you can do your walk, you can do running, take your bicycle. Take your little scooters now, EVs, but not electrical vehicles this size. You can get the smaller bicycles, smaller scooters. Got plenty of trees that line this walkway. They're also in the middle. It's a good plus of Martin Luther King. As people leave, as people come in into this like vestibule hallway that one would enter or leave out from the southwest part of Baltimore. And we have this is not a gated community per se, because you can walk into the this community from Washington Boulevard, from Scott Street, from Bar Street. You can get in there, and there's some other walkways as we get up to it. So it's not a gated community, as one would define it. Across the street again is Ridgely's Delight. That's the closest community to Oil Park at Camden Yards. It has its own entertainment area, food, drink, hotel, lodging. See, here's how you can easily walk up this path and go into Bar Circle. It's not gated, it's not enclosed. There's access to it. It's a little bit cooler, but it's not cold. And fortunately, there's a light breeze. And it stopped raining, even though I can see raindrops on my coat and on the ground. So momentarily, it's supposed to be after 5 or 6 o'clock. And we're at 426 now. This is a nice little area that I think one could do a picnic or sit down and read, meditate. I think the dogs walk this area with their owners. Nice brick wall. Very little maintenance. They do patch up when there's some graffiti put on here. They're painted up. That's why that color is painted. This is the original, this light brown. And right now, they must have picked up a lot of the leaves and twigs because it's not too bad. They do need to address litter and erosion. So that's the bad and the ugly part. There's a lot of traffic. So we got to see how pedestrian access can be. I don't know why, but right now it's just going home traffic. Got a couple little round circle gardens that it's underutilized. They should probably have some statues or some type of benches or something like that. Then at the same time, they would say they don't want the homeless to be camping here too long. They're trying to find better housing for them. Now we're on Pratt Street, which I can't cross right now. That direction is going into the city, into the downtown Baltimore area. We have some residential, and behind that is going to be the University of Maryland medical system. It's going to have the hospital, it's going to have the campus. The University of Maryland at Baltimore is behind this. And we'll be walking by a western park called the Bio Park. They can see it up in the distance. You can't, unless you're familiar with the layout of this area. You got some scooters that are available, underutilized. Here's the walkway. Some areas are pretty good and some areas are not. Hopefully there's going to be some money, probably from federal government and state government, and also by city funding and private funding so that they can address this pathway for pedestrians, runners, and bicyclists. They haven't yet cut this grass. It's got to grow a little bit more. Then they'll do a full sweep. They let it grow for a while. Then they're here for a whole week going up and down the grassy areas to cut it. So it's a big project. See, here's the University of Maryland campus area, all the buildings, which is quite extensive. Kind of starts generally at Lombard and going a little bit north past Baltimore Street. I gotta stand right here now because of the traffic light. It says University of Maryland. It's coming down, so I'm gonna have to keep walking, I think. Get it back to the wide distance now. Hopefully you can see everything, you can hear me. We're on West Lombard Street. Going west is the B&O Railroad Museum, and intersecting Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Row homes, 2 and 3 stories. I can walk. Let's keep going here. What I also want to point out too is what we're coming up is this. They're in the stages of planning, design, and talking stage, both with the University of Maryland, the city, and the community associations, including Southwest Partnership, is to change one street so that it accesses into the Martin Luther King Jr. and crosses on the other side. And that's coming up within a block, 2 blocks, I think it is, right? So we got some rain, but it's not bad. If you got a coat on, you're holding an umbrella, which I don't have it open right now. I'm holding off. And you got a cap or a scarf. This South Fremont is what we're going to look at, but it's from what the description was on the virtual board of directors meeting. It's right up here. It's right here, actually, where this is Fremont. It breaks off Fremont right here, and then Fremont is right there. But they can't make this, they need to keep this pathway going all the way up to State Center. But they're planning on talking about having this area open up so it continues for traffic, for vehicle traffic, to go across as I move my camera across the street. But they can't do it there. They need to have it cross the street here and then go across there, I would think, which is on the other side, on the east side of Martin Luther King Boulevard, and have this access with lights and a crosswalk across. So they only showed schematic designs of this, and so it's in a debate, talk, and revision stage right now. So that's all I better show right now until I know more. But they want to do that, and there's a lot of pros and cons on this. Okay. Well, let's just keep walking. because we're only going to go up to West Baltimore Street and get all the way before we have any torrential rain. I think I'll just go right on the street here. And we're approaching University of Maryland Biopark. BIO, Biopark. This is a beautiful little building that row houses that the state and the University of Maryland wanted to tear down, but they kept it. 12 South Fremont, I think. And that building is a residential, and it stays in between the alleyway and this new building. Yeah, not a new building now, but the new changes in construction. So I better put my umbrella on. Might have to come back here, get a better picture of stuff. Now we're on West Baltimore Street, a little bit west of Martin Luther King in the main area of University of Maryland. But this is the new campus area, about the 800 block of West Baltimore Street. You have parking lot, and it's still I'm putting my umbrella on to try to open this thing up. '801 has a nice auditorium where the community likes to meet to hear from planners and have charrettes and community meetings about what the changes will be in the community. Trying to get my umbrella opened up. Is it broken? No, it's open. Good. Oh, good. It does work. It don't blow away. You might hear the water running, dropping on the umbrella. But at least it's not getting any wetter than. Here's a nice little plaque, which not too many people. This park is dedicated to Ryoichi Nagata, CEO and chairman of SNBL Group, for the corporate commitment to the University of Maryland Biopark, May 2011. So that's 10 years old right now. We're May 21 now, 2021. Well, I should have got out earlier, but I wanted to listen to Science Friday on NPR and find out what some of the social political news, live news was going on. And I had a package that I got at about 1:45. So it kind of stuck around the house. Got out and I thought, well, maybe 6 o'clock the rain would start, but it started earlier than that. And I guess we're only at 4:39 in the afternoon, Eastern Daylight Time in Baltimore. We're on West Baltimore Street. We went past the 800 block. And there's a lot of discussion, which you can find out by looking at the minutes. Any archived Zoomed board of directors meeting, public can listen to it, about the improvements that are going to be, that have been, what needs to be done on West Baltimore Street. Now, this used to be a big sunken area, but now it is a new parking lot, paved open parking lot. This used to be a big hole in the ground, so to speak, because they didn't build after a couple economic shortages, money shortages. They neglected it for a number of years, but now it's covered up and it's a residential area. I mean, a parking lot. And we're walking on West Baltimore Street. So anybody that's familiar with this can see what the changes are and what's going on after hearing the description. Before COVID, they had have a Southwest partnership. Now the meeting's going on right here. But generally, now the wind's going. How long will I stay out here like this? I made a commitment. I better keep walking. Hold on. Now this is the area that we're more or less talking about, the beginning of area where they're going to do redevelopment. They're going to take over buildings, renovate, rehab, build, or to get rid of buildings. Now this one says Sofusion Cafe. I didn't know that they would here. We have also the Orange Line, Orange Circulator. We'll go back into the city and make a right going east into the city, but it does go into Southwest Park in the Hollands Market area. Now the frontage of these buildings are going to be are being addressed. As you can see right here, we've got a fence, and they're working on this area. Nothing here right now. It's got a fence on it. I'm glad you can look at the ugly part in the rain because it accentuates the process. They knocked it down. Looks like a decent ladder if it has decent legs. But this row house building going all the way to the back has been knocked down. And it looks like they possibly will do the same to those two lots right there. Okay. The other side is nice because it's all new and has parking lot and a bank and stuff like that. Get up the street here. So we're at the 900 block of West Baltimore Street. This is being addressed. It's either being torn down or they're going to renovate the front, the brick, and the inside. You'd have to find out what the status is with the city and with the community leaders at 915 West Baltimore Street. Okay. Open area here. That big time construction equipment over there. So there's a lot of changes being done on West of Baltimore Street in the southwest part of Baltimore, Maryland. And we're going several blocks to the west, then stop, and then going to go back over to Holland's Market and end this broadcast. I'll probably get inside and take a break. I did show the market over there, the Holland's Market. It's newly renovated as well. Now we're approaching South Schroeder Street and West Baltimore Street. There's new residential area there. Alcety, and they have they're doing another part two in the back of this one, and that's further north of West Baltimore Street, and it's going to be a lot more residents coming into the area. South Schroeder Street, and I'm only focusing on the street scene of West Baltimore Street, showing you some historical parts, some new developments, some old. A shout out to some things, the new things, the old, the ugly, things that need improvement. And the community boards and associations are addressing it. And we're in the Poppleton community right now. Well, I guess we're now actually in the Holland's Market area. I know whoever views this knows better that we have left Poppleton, which is that way near the biopark, and we're going into the Holland's community, Hollins. And I'm trying to hold on to my umbrella. There's some high winds, and I'm trying to stay dry. We have some open retail businesses here. And we've got Holland's House, is residential. Now this is the new frontage that they've got grants to fix up. And this is what it looks like. This orange and yellow being fixed up, painted, windows, and we're going to try to get some more businesses to come in here that the community needs. I don't know what all will go in there. It's to be determined. We have a storefront church. Take a look at the pretty orange and yellow. What number street is this? This is the 1000 through 1029. This is 1031. This is what it looks like. 1035. I can't go further out because I'd be standing in the street and getting really wet. So it's really getting nice. The frontage. Trying to get businesses and people to live upstairs. This is already being occupied. It's 1041 or so. So I'll need to get back here on a better weather day. Get some sunlight and get here earlier. Because it's rainy out now. And I shouldn't only go a few more blocks and then call it quits. This is the other side. The community church right here. Some open ground. Sidewalk is not too bad right here. Doesn't need to be redone right now. This doesn't have any buildings. I think there's some new windows up there too at the Solo Variety that they were talking about. That's the 1104 West Baltimore Street. And here's the new theater. Well, it was an old movie theater, and they got a sign out there now. It says the Lord Baltimore, and they're working on the inside. They first did the roof, reinforced the sides. Now they're working on the inside, and they're talking about having it leased out. So that's going to be a cultural arts community center soon, called the Lord Baltimore. Goes back quite a ways.
How you doing, buddy?
Good, hard, pretty good.
All right. Can't wait for the camera. Can't wait for the Baltimore art school, man.
Yeah, so we can all go there. I heard it may be a dance theatrical group going in there.
Really?
Yeah,
Kids will love
yeah, something for the community. They need to definitely have the community involved in the Lord Baltimore. Yeah, yeah. Wait a year or so now. And then we've got that's the front. Doesn't look that great now. They got to fix the windows. And then here's some more buildings across the street. They got open windows. Looks like they had a fire right there. This area has to be fixed up. So that's the ugly. That needs redevelopment, rehab. This whole corner to the west of the Lord Baltimore being worked on now, little by little. And then this whole 2 to 3 addresses right here. That's at North Carrollton and West Baltimore Street. That's like the northeast side at Washington, at West Baltimore Street and North Carrollton. You got another chickens and waffle place, but no, it's released. They closed down. I used to get some sandwiches here, but it's not open anymore. Haven't been up here for a while, so they need to get some new ownership. Going to go a few more blocks until there's an area where it kind of diagonally segues off. So this is a building that's underutilized at 1201 West Baltimore Street. Old bank building. In 1200 West Baltimore Street is a business center, still operating. These areas need work, renovation. Got a lot of work being done on this big brown brick building. Somebody knows what that's called there. Here's some urban art and something happened right here. Probably a death next to this building. So that's what they do, is they installation art. Let's take a look at this building here. Gotta get the address of that one. But we're at the it's coming down hard. Yep. We're at about the 1200 block. This is the odd side, 1235. So that could be like 1240 right there. Nice huge building. We'll have to research what they're going to be going in there, if they already made any plans. Over on West Baltimore Street, this is all getting redeveloped. Across the street for 1300 block coming up. Another church, storefront corner church. We got a nice little wall mural right here. Take a look at that. Hope you can see that wall mural. Kind of like the 1300 block. This at the 1300 block of West Baltimore Street. Little Pages, still open. Furniture, or they're going to close it, I think. Move someplace else. We're right here at North Woodyear and West Baltimore Street. Take a look at the storefront, retail district, the markets, some residential up above needs renovation, some more storefront. So I'm probably not doing a good job on showing this, but I'll have to come back. Duck underneath these leaves, getting heavy with the rain. Rain's coming down, but this is improving. This area, they worked on the brick right there. That's the 1335 West Baltimore Street. That's pretty good. This needs to be worked on right there. Open windows, boarded up windows. Purple bus line comes along here, right on West Baltimore Street. Now we're at North Calhoun Street at West Baltimore Street. And that corner needs work done on it. See the open windows, the brickwork. Looks like they are reinforcing the side. The 1400 block. of West Baltimore. Waiting to cross, we're on North Calhoun Street. I think it's a stop sign type of situation. If they see pedestrians, they'll have to stop. So I'm walking on the north side of West Baltimore Street, and I can point my camera and look at the south side of West Baltimore Street. Look at the front, like the 1400 block of West Baltimore Street, and this is the state of it on May 2021. The good, bad, the ugly, the improvements, what needs to be improved. So there's plenty of work to do. We're at 1414 West Baltimore Street. This is the north side. Got a couple windows that need to be addressed. Broken windows. Easily can get in. The birds can easily get in. And here's the store frontage. The windows. Looks like some of them have been fixed up. See, you can tell by the windows right there. There's new windows right here at the 1400 block. And this one too. These other ones, like the ones where they're boarded up, is not being fixed up yet. Or will they demolish it? You can check that out if you want. This is a fixed up front. Nobody has been leased out yet. No one's bought it. Here's another one that's being fixed up. That's the good stuff. This side, a lot of boarded up area here. It's a long business right here. I don't know if you have furniture and new pianos in there right now. And somebody's residing upstairs. That one's vacant. Here's got open windows. We're at North Stricker Street right now and West Baltimore Street. And I picked a rainy late afternoon to walk West Baltimore Street to look at the good, bad, and the ugly. What we need to do, what's been done. Looking down on West Baltimore Street. And I'm going to cross. I'm waiting for a car. I'm going to cross the street. We're going to look at the buildings again. It needs a lot of work. There's an abandoned open area here that's got a lot of trash in it, and that needs to be fixed up. A lot of wild trees. But across the way, on the north side of West Baltimore Street, it's got some buildings that need to be addressed, fixed up. So it's a multi-year project plan is to get the city, the state, federal government to help out in getting some funding. There's some hot coffee. It's open. It looks like some new windows. It appears to be like new windows over here, but not over here. This is open. Needs some work. What number block are we at? I can't tell. It's probably the 1500 block. This is the north side of 1500 block of West Baltimore Street. In progress. And we got some art construction renovation. See, they are working on this area. Nice new storefront, rebuild. Businesses that come in there, residential up above. And here's a big, huge building that they want to fix up. Boarded up at 1521. If you have any questions on a lot of these buildings on West Baltimore Street, is to contact the community leaders of each of these neighborhoods, and also you can go online to the Southwest Partnership Inc., their website, and they'll have a lot of information on it. You can contact individuals that have knowledge and the updates on this. And I'm only going to go as far as this fork in the road here. So without much else showing up, we see a lot of potential, a lot of work that has to be done along here. I'm going to stop at South Gilmore Street, North Gilmore Street, and West Baltimore Street, and Frederick. This is the beginning of Frederick. And the details about that building, I think there was the trolley station. And it goes west on Frederick Avenue. We're at the 1600 block, and we're at the intersection of Gilmore, Frederick, and West Baltimore Street. And this is what the buildings and the needs to be done, the rehab. So I'll do this again. I was going to go to Union Square. I mentioned it in but I can possibly do that now, right? Let's go over here. We're only a block away. I need to get over that way towards Holland Street. We've seen enough of West Baltimore Street. Okay? If I can, I'll check West Baltimore Street every month or every 2-3 months, and the viewer can see the gradual changes being done. Because what you could tell is there's a lot of neglect, there's a lot of new rebuild, new renovations, and stuff is in progress. So we can check that out gradually. We'll catch a nice late spring or early summer with sunlight without rain. And I'm glad I decided not to turn off the camera or the cell phone, because we're going into Union Square, which is very enjoyable to look at, even in the rain. They have a concert out here, free public concert, and the last Sunday of every month. It started last month, the month of April, was for And we're going to go right diagonally through Union Square. Check it out. There you go. It has a lot of historical buildings, a lot of renovations inside. They kept it looking as it was back in the founding days of Baltimore City. This is Union Square. This is another community all to itself. Nice. Stewart Hill Academic Academy is across the street. And we'll walk through this walkway and gradually pan left and right. Check it out. On a gloomy, rainy day, Friday afternoon, 5:11 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time in Baltimore, Maryland. They're fixing it up. They're cutting down some of the old limbs. Gonna haul that out. Got some new trees here too. Part of the Tree Baltimore partnership. This is a new tree. Pretty one too. Nice young tree. What's this? A birdhouse? Could be. I don't know what that is. Somebody will know. And we have a beautiful fountain and a gazebo. Dog park. A community park. Beautiful fountain. Take a look at that for a few seconds. So they have the musical groups set up underneath the gazebo, and it's plugged in with electrical for their electrical instruments. And the public will bring their chairs or their blankets and sit on the grassy area, or if they're here early enough, is to grab one of the benches and listen to the music. A lot of social networking. I didn't go to the last month's, but the ones I went to, they had popcorn. They had some refreshments and a lot of social interaction with people you know and people you're going to be meeting and get introduced to. So we're going to walk right into the gazebo. Take a look at it. All right, and walk over to the corner because this is a logical way to get over to the Holland's Market. In the rain. Look back at it. Trees. You can also do some meditation, looks like. This is a young woman that's going to sit down there and get undercover, but I won't point the camera because they may get mad at me. She might get mad at me. But beautiful houses up here. Beautiful planters up here. It's one of the best communities in the area. They like to have planters outside, beautiful steps, beautiful indoors at Union Square, amongst many other things. It's not very far away from the downtown area of Baltimore on the west side. So we're actually on West Lombard. They have a cul-de-sac. No, they have a circle, which is controversial. I'm glad he didn't put a statue there because it would get hit really easily. Looks like a bike. No, nope. They've got some yellow markers to let them know not to run over the middle. So it's still here, right here at South Stricker Street in West Lombard. Let's see. I gotta go further towards the city, further towards the east, and a little bit farther south to get over to Holland's Market. Take a look at the nice buildings, row homes in front. Many are restored, maintained. Others will be worked on soon. Very colonial looking. And we've got 6% power. So we're going to end this scope. Actually, it's broadcast. I wasn't on Periscope for very long, but I was on Facebook and YouTube a lot longer before they converted over to Twitter Live. Hopefully this goes on to Twitter Live. That's going out. All right, bye. We're going to close soon here. I think it's still going on. All right, for now. I'll check with y'all later. Bye.